When you are chosen, when God calls you His, when His name is attached to yours, God takes your victories and successes personal. There's a record being kept, and God aims to be the universal title holding champion. Now, this doesn't negate the enemy from making attempts, from viewing you as a weakling to be trampled over. But there is a great power behind you to ensure you don't lose, and you have to have faith in knowing you serve an undefeated God. Now let me share a story time. Here we have in 1 Kings chapter 20, Benhadad sends word to the king of Israel, Ahab, that basically, I'm going to take all you have, your silver, your gold, your wives, and your children. All of it is mine. In fact, I'm coming to your house tomorrow about noon to do a search. And whatever I find that looks good to me, I'm taking it. So the king of Israel was a little shaken up, and he got with the elders and was like, you see how this man trying to start trouble? And the elder said to the king, don't give in to this foolishness. So King Ahab sent word back to Benhadad that he would allow some of what he said, but that he wasn't with it all. So Benhadad swore on his guys that he was going to pull up. And after he made all of these boisterous claims, he and his army went off drinking. Now, isn't that just like the enemy to bark, growl, and howl? He becks and puffs up to incite fear and worry, to make you scared, to make you retreat, to make you give in to some, if not all, of his attacks. The thing is, the Lord takes it personal. Just like he told the prophet Samuel, it's not you the people have rejected, but they have rejected me when the children of Israel asked for a king. Likewise, when the enemy comes roaring and raging, the Lord is set to defend. So while Benhadad was turning up with his army, drinking and carrying on, the Lord sent word to King Ahab that he was going to deliver Benhadad and his armies into his hand. And long story short, he did just that. King Ahab and his army slew every man and sent them running. Then the word came to the king again to strengthen himself after that battle, because Benhadad would come and try to attack again. Don't you know that the Lord's ear is in tune to what your enemies speak against you? Don't you know that the Lord's ear is tuned in and his eyes behold their thoughts and their plans? So it was said by Benhadad's servants that the reason they lost the battle was because it was in the hills that Israel had the advantage. But if they were to fight in the open plain, they would win. So the Lord, hearing all this, he sent word again by the prophet to the king that he too would win that battle, so that it may be known that the Lord, he is God of the hills and the valleys. See, one thing God is going to do is protect his name. And so again, Israel slew them all the way down to their horses and chariots. And in their defeat, they put on their sackcloth and their ashes, and they came begging for their lives to be spared. So what needs to be realized by the enemy, his agents alike, and even you, is that the battle belongs to the Lord. That is not you that is being challenged, but is his might, his strength, and his name, and he will defend it. Oftentimes, if you feel you're in a battle after battle after battle and you feel like you're losing, it's because you need to lean into the arms of the Lord. The Bible says his name is a strong tower. The righteous run in and they are saved. So lean into the arms of the Lord, lean on his name, and he will come to your aid and defense. Now, how this story ends is the king of Israel, he did relent and let Benhadad go. So he felt sorry and he let him go. And because of this action, the king Ahab, he had to pay a price that affected generations. So be fair warned. When the Lord instructs you to cut the head off of something, kill it, cut it, and destroy it. Do not return to it again. And listen, no two Benhadads may be the same. But whatever it is, allow the Lord to utterly destroy it. Because just like Benhadad showed up once and then again, it will continue to show up in your life unless you defeat it and conquer it for good. But trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. Know that you are the child of an undefeated champ who has never lost a battle.